What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Ade here.
I got myself Ham, aka Chris Powell. Ask me why I'm Chris Powell.
Why are you Chris
I'm
Powell?
wondering.
Oh, what? What do you do?
Is he the manager?
The token black guy in the squad.
Oh.
You know the worst thing about it is, yeah, when was it Tyreek Mitchell was gonna come on? I see Chris Powell just having a conversation with him, having a joke with him, trying to relax him before he gets on. But he must have been nervous. But you can see in his face.
Left back to left back, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Okay.
So
I
yeah,
was thinking maybe they promoted him or something.
yeah. They told Chris, you're not just bringing the waters out. You're allowed to talk to the players now.
Yeah, he's not allowed. Can't give him biscuits.
Do you think? Yeah, just quickly. This is not what the podcast is about. Do you think an ex-black England player could ever be the England manager?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know which one. I haven't met one yet, but it will happen one day.
I was actually going to ask him, have you ever had like a black English captain before?
Yeah.
Why we had a black captain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, on a permanent or
No,
just
just hold it.
One day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Sol would have captained England before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sol would have captained England. Obviously Rio, but Rio's mixed race, but yeah. Yeah, all I can think of is Sol. I told my head Sol would have captained.
Yeah.
England. Cool.
I'll expect someone to.
Yeah. I think we start
I can say that confidently.
We start with black captain first. Then we move on to the coach, English coach.
Yeah.
Let's start from somewhere.
You got the right idea. And Raheem. How can I fit Raheem's held
Raheem?
Raheem's held
a couple times. Yeah.
All right, nice.
Ashley Cole as well. So there've been seven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul Ince.
Paul Ince, of course. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? To be fair, Paul Ince was the first person that popped into my mind, but I didn't. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah.
You see, someone like Paul Ince, he could have been the one. When I said next black England manager, it could have been him, but his managerial trajectory has just gone.
Yeah, he was never really given a chance though. Like they failed him.
Really given a chance.
They failed him as soon as it began. Like Blackburn, I didn't think he was given enough time at Blackburn. So
he was doing all right at Blackburn though, Tom, if I remember, he served me correctly. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then they didn't give him enough time, bro. Any little like slip up, they got rid of him straight away. So, well.
Yes, correct. It's crazy. And who's that old Hull manager?
Which one's that?
That one that sat them down in the middle of the pitch.
Oh, Brown.
Phil Brown.
Because you know he dropped down to non-league.
Yeah, non-league now.
Was that Barrow or something? Is it Barrow?
He's at Barrow now.
Yeah,
but he was at.
It was at Southend before.
Southend.
Yeah, it was at Southend.
It's crazy how careers go, boy. But he took time before he tumbled all the way down.
Yeah.
Paul Ince just took one time. Yeah, gone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nice. It's a hard one.
But hopefully one day, man. Hopefully one day we see it, man.
Cool. Yeah. So, yeah. What's you guys saying? Like, what's the week saying? Obviously, bro. I mean, I can't lie. I tried to keep away from football at this point. My mind just needs a break. I just need a break from it.
Can you see what Man United are doing to my people?
Yeah.
Can you see Pogba's going through depression? Tommy can't watch football for a week. Can you see what's happening?
I watched the England game, but I was trying. Just trying to stay away from it. Any football news, whatever it is, I just needed a break. But I didn't want to hear anything.
I've just been sitting doing my fantasy analysis. You know, it's getting towards the end of the season when it's time for me to make money. I need to make those right decisions.
I heard that. You have?
No, I mean, you know me, man. I'm full hand to the pump, bro. I've been keeping up to date with all the latest updates of players, transfer, rumours, contracts, pre-contracts.
Oh.
Who's Arsenal going to buy? Who we selling? Who's going where? Rafinha's already knocked my heart for 6 already because he's apparently going Barcelona. So
what Barca doing? Because they've got Kessie and Rafinha.
Yeah, but then I saw he was also linked to, was it PSG as well or something? He's been linked to a few clubs though.
Yeah, but I heard
that the Barca one, the Barca one. But you know why? Because obviously Deco's his agent, isn't it? And Deco's relationship with Porto and Barcelona.
Oh, I see.
So that's pretty much that should pretty much be nailed on. If he goes PSG, that's probably like a last minute thing. But him going Barca is pretty much
okay. I see.
So I'm not happy about that.
Their team is mad strong next season. Mad strong.
Is that one of your wingers gone? Yeah, no.
Yeah, bruv. It's on the list, innit, bruv?
Yeah, well,
I got to speak to Arteta and Edu after this podcast. See,
I heard you guys are linked to Haaland. I saw a link.
I saw that too, actually. Well, we'll cover that later.
I rolled on the floor. I rolled with my daughter. We're all rolling on the floor.
Hey. Let me speak into the mic. Keep that on the hush. Keep that on right now.
We'll come back to that later. To be fair,
why?
it's not
most
impossible.
people use glass to drink water now. You can't use glass. We're worldwide. I don't
have glass cup at home.
Ragolis. It's Ragolis bottle.
Just don't promote that water company.
No,
they're not paying for it. They're not paying for it. They're not paying for this. We're not promoting them.
Yeah, we'll come back to the transfer later. But to be fair, it's a quick touch on Haaland. It's possible for him to go to Arsenal. If all the big clubs that he wanted to go to are not ready, he could possibly make that deal that he made with Dortmund, that 75 million release clause, whatever was it this time is 100, 125. It's possible. It's possible. But hey.
Why do you say such?
That's true though.
Because if
the other teams might not be able to afford him yet. No.
So Arsenal is the one team in this world that can afford Haaland.
No, I'm saying if he struck the same sort of deal, which Arsenal would want to do. The same sort of deal that he did with Dortmund. Well, which is, yeah. But
doesn't need a stepping stone again. He's ready.
Fair enough.
He's ready.
True, I heard that. All right, cool. Let's just start with England, man. Did you guys watch the friendly? I watched the friendly with Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I watched it. So I just wanted to get you guys' thought on it. I'm not sure if I did watch it. Who was just standing up?
I didn't watch it.
The only time I punish myself with England is on my birthday. That's the only time.
Why? Why your birthday specifically? I'm kidding.
Just to remind myself I'm mortal. You know? Before I get too excited, it's just, When was it? It was on the weekend, didn't it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
I had the kids by myself. There was no watching nothing. So yeah, I just kept up on flash scores. I heard Shaw scored a banger.
Yeah, good goal. Pretty reminiscent of the final, to be fair. The goal was reminiscent of the Euro final.
Yeah, it was.
As I was saying a few weeks ago, I didn't even know he wasn't injured. Now he's scoring goals.
When he got into the England, got into the England squad, I was surprised because I thought he was injured. I was like,
Nah, bro. Ranier just said, "Tellez, you're my guy. Luke, touch bench."
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so in terms of like the players, not the regular English like starters or players that have had quite a few experience from like the newbies. Like I know this is not everyone's debut, but did anyone stand out to you?
Not stand out. I don't think any of the boys were like, "Oh my God, yes, next England squad," or "He's definitely nailed on." But I thought Connor was good. I thought Connor just played like he was playing for Palace. Like he was in the middle with Kayute and Schlopp. I just thought he just looked comfortable. That's a good thing. You look comfortable in English. You look comfortable against good opposition. Mark Guehi was good. Those are the two for me that I thought out of the newbies. The rest of them were steady though. Like I thought Kyle Walker-Peters was steady, but I think he's a steady player anyway. So I don't think he's great. I don't think he's shit. I think he's a steady player, and I thought he played like that. Tyreek Mitchell when he come on looked good as well. But yeah, those are the two for me. Mark Guehi looked good, solid 90 minutes as well, and Connor. And I think Connor even got man of the match anyway.
Yeah.
Got BT anyway. So yeah, those two.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think everyone was just okay. No one really had a bad game. But at the same time, there was nothing to shout about apart from Connor. I think the most important thing about Connor, he looks very comfortable in that role. And I think it would just, if ever we were to drop, if he doesn't use Phillips or Rice, I think Connor will suit him very well because Connor, like, he was just playing that natural midfielder role, nowadays we have to, like, every central midfielder has got
to be a position.
A specific role. But with him, it was just up and down and it was very natural to him.
Because it was him and Mount, wasn't it? Because I was listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, because I was surprised.
Mount in midfield.
I thought he would have given like Jude more time. Jude only played like 10 minutes or something. I don't know why he didn't give Jude.
He doesn't need to see Jude in it. Doesn't need to see.
Yeah, fair enough.
Star quality already. Star quality already.
Yeah. So I'm not, but to be fair, I'm not too sure whether you actually trust Jude, because sometimes you watch Jude. Jude is still quite raw. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he will get there, innit, but he's still quite raw a lot of the time.
The young enthusiasm and all of that stuff.
Exactly. He gets aggressive when he doesn't need to. Like when you already know, like, you're not gonna get the ball, or the ball's going out, but it's gonna, that all of that will come within time anyway, man. But it was only like the game was dead, to be honest with you. Switzerland played well, and I was only really impressed with Connor, to be honest with you. No one else.
I think he's superb. I've really enjoyed him. Like it's nice to see I guess it's a bit like Mount. It's nice to see a boy come up. Like there isn't too much noise about. Like you just enjoy them build themselves up, and he's built himself up over the last couple of seasons and consistent, very consistent.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna say it anyway. I love Jordan Henderson. Love Jordan. He's not a great player. I love him as everything that he does. I love.
I know what's coming up. Go on.
If you can take 23 men to the World Cup, innit, yeah. And for me, I'm gonna take 4 centre mids that are push for the 2 sitting positions, yeah. Because we're gonna play Mount or Foden or Grealish or one of them in the position they hit. So let's say we play with 2. So we're already taking 4, innit? Deck goes, Kyle goes, Jude goes. I don't love no one more than Jude out of all 3 of them. So the 4th spot is Hendo or Connor. I'm taking Conor Gallagher.
Wait, who do you say goes? Huh?
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips.
Okay.
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
And Henderson stays at home and Connor goes. All based on ability, talent, and we're trying to win. I love Henderson, but I ain't taking him over Conor Gallagher. So I'm not off the back of the season that Connor's having. And Hendo is literally like, he's this and he's soon gonna start doing this. You know what I'm saying?
He needs a break.
I've watched Henderson. Obviously all of us watch a lot of Liverpool and City this season because they're the 2 big hitters. And Hendo's performances they're there, innit?
Yeah. No, I agree.
We look at him as a Liverpool captain. He speaks a lot. He's got a big voice, and so he does a lot of other things other than just playing football. But sooner or later we gotta start phasing him out, man.
I agree, because and I think what's so important, just to highlight what you're saying, is that I think Connor does everything Endo can offer and even more. So whatever Endo can offer you, Connor will do it and he'll do more. So I think his time is I like Endo too, but he's got to that period where you feel like you can't see this in his performance anymore. It either stays like this or just down. It's literally as simple as that. So you might as well just give if you want fresh legs, just take Connor, to be honest with you. One more question.
Gareth won't do it. Gareth will still take it.
Gareth. Gareth will do it. If you guys were Connor, what would you do? Would you stay at Palace if he does have the option, or would you go back to Chelsea?
But what are you saying? Are you saying, because I know he won't have the option, innit?
Yeah, so if he has the option where...
Okay, so you're saying if he had a choice.
If he had a choice, but bear in mind, the last thing he wants to do is go back to Chelsea and not play because the World Cup is coming up. So he's obviously, before he can go back to Chelsea, he probably can have a conversation with the manager as well. Is there a chance for me to get into this team, or is your team pretty much sorted out? And even so, he might say that I want to go back on loan again, or Palace might put a great and good bid in. What would you do? Let's say Palace put a good bid in, 35, 40 million or so, and Chelsea are willing to accept it. But it's up to him, but he also has a choice to stay. What do you do?
I would if I was him. So what, Chelsea? So you're saying Palace are putting a bid for him?
Yeah, 40 million. Let's say it's 40 million to get it.
I'm staying if I'm him. I'm staying at Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Ade, but I'm staying because I personally believe if I'm Connor, I get into Chelsea's best 11, innit? I think their best 11 has me and Kante in the middle of the park. So I would trust my ability over Kovacic and Jorginho. I know that I'm part of a big club and I might not play every game, but that comes a part of playing for a big club, innit? So I would stay at Chelsea if I was him.
So typically my answer would always be, we've had these discussions before, where sometimes I feel people move too quickly. So when you first asked the question, I thought, no, I'll stick. But looking at Connor's ability and how I appreciate Connor's ability, I'll back myself. I'm staying at Chelsea.
Cool. But you back yourself and you stay at Chelsea, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Fair enough.
Yeah, man. His attributes are different to what they got in the middle of the park as well.
Yeah, I'll back myself.
So what they've got is what? Kovacic keeps the ball ticking, nice and tidy. Jorginho takes it over, pivot. Kante, we all know what Kante does, best in the world at his position. But who really goes box to box and is a goal threat? None of them. Because Loftus-Cheek ain't that. Loftus-Cheek don't play enough football to do that. Loftus-Cheek could be everything Conor Gallagher is and more, but he doesn't play enough football. He's injured too much.
He's just not consistent.
So if I was Conor, I would.
He's just not consistent.
Yeah, I think Loftus-Cheek talent-wise is different class talent-wise. But it's like me saying Paul Pogba is different class talent-wise, but consistently,
if you don't see it all the time, then what?
Yeah. What's the word? Give me a player that's 7 out of 10 every week, other than a player that's 4 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm a big man. I'm a big fan of people waiting, but I think Conor can back himself. I think, he's got the ability to be able to back himself.
Quickly before we move off England, actually, I just want to give praise to. I know I said like none of them really played well, or they did play bad at the same time. But I'm just impressed with what's his name? What's Arsenal's defender called? Ben White, because he's just a natural footballer. I think the only thing is
Benny Blanco.
It's just I think he gets bullied a lot. I think he just probably needs to get stronger on the ball.
Hit the gym.
Yeah, he needs to hit the gym. Yeah, because defensively he's improved. You can tell Arteta, not that it wasn't good, but position is getting better. Defensively, he's getting much better. You can tell Arteta wants the game. I watched him against. Not saying that he played great with England, but you can just see the ability. Even when he had to go right back. The way he was running up and down as if he was playing right back all his life. I love footballers like that. Like you put them anywhere on the pitch, and they will adjust to it. And it's so funny because he doesn't actually watch football. He admits that he doesn't watch football. But he's just got that natural ability that you put him anywhere. You put him centre mid. Even if you put him on top, I reckon he will still know what to do on top. So now,
so there are people like Dele that if you move them from number 10 to number 10.5, that they start crying.
He's just that type of player now. I think you got to give him credit when credit is due, man. And if he does, I say as a centre back, if he does get stronger, he needs to get stronger. Because one thing I realised about it, when it comes against that physical strength, he doesn't want any of it. He doesn't want a part of it. So he just needs to this summer just hit the gym. To be honest with you, hit the gym, get stronger. And don't get
to drink super malts.
And he's always playing those Nigerian music on his Instagram, bro. Why didn't you start eating by the jam? So
that's my guy, man. Benny Blanco, man. Benny Blanco. It was all right, man. It was all right. A bit, but for the goal, that will come though, innit? I don't think his body shape is great a lot, especially when I watch him for Arsenal. I don't think, but I'm hoping that will come with the more games he watches and he watches himself back. Because real harps on about this as well, and obviously playing centre half as well is massively important that your body shape is right when the ball's coming into the box from either side, isn't it? Because that's the way you can adjust, and you can see from that goal that his body shape was all wrong. And that's why when he jumps straight. There's no angle on his jump. So I'm saying, so that hopefully will get better. But for me, he's got to be looking at it as I'm John Stones' partner when the World Cup comes around. Harry Maguire is playing on the floor, and I'm the best of the rest. And that's exactly how he's got to be thinking.
Me and John Stones. He's in the bin right now.
Yeah,
I did. You're Harry Maguire. I'm Jordan Henderson. What you doing? What are you doing?
But it was so confusing. It was like, when something's plugged in and then you take out the plug. He just didn't. Oh, nah. Maguire, definitely, he needs someone to sit down with him. What are those self-help things? Is it better help or all of those? He needs someone to sit down with him.
He needs the season to end today. That's what he needs.
I need it. Yeah, no, I heard that. We'll see it. You're right in it with that's the challenge he's got to set himself in it. But I want to be playing right next to John Stone at the World Cup, and it's up to him whether he if he feels that or not, man. Because Harry Maguire at the moment have no interest whatsoever. Cool. Just a quick roundup on the other international games. Italy. What do you guys thought of Italy?
There you go. Enough said. We don't need to say more than that.
No.
You know the funny thing? I didn't realize it was a one-off game straight away.
Yeah, I didn't know too.
Yeah, so obviously that's not even crossed my mind because obviously when they did the draw, everyone was harping on like it's gonna be Portugal, Italy, one of them's not going. It was just bang on. There was no consideration for who they were playing. So
no respect for North Macedonia.
Zero. So when the game started, I was like, half time, they haven't scored. 65 minutes, 80 minutes. I said, what's happening? So obviously when they scored, I was like, there's still second leg.
You thought this was Ghana and Nigeria?
I thought it was second leg. I say, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. It's not every year go to international tournament.
Because you know what? I thought like they were gonna as you said that. To be honest, I didn't really have much consideration on the team they were playing. So I thought, oh damn, my boy might not go to the World Cup. That's what I was thinking about. Literally, I was thinking, oh, Ronaldo might not go to the World Cup. It will be a shame for him not to go to his last World Cup. But he still might not go. But at least they've got a
last World Cup. That guy's still going to be at the next World Cup and the World Cup after that. That guy doesn't want to stop.
Nah, but he's not. Like,
he's going to be at the next one, bro. He's be 41 at the next one. He's going to go, bro.
Be there, bro.
Yeah, he'll be on the bench.
Yeah.
He'll be on the bench, isn't it? Portugal definitely shouldn't be starting if he's at the World Cup. So unless he wants to go carry water for them and sit on the bench.
Right,
nothing else.
Still be at the World Cup.
All right, cool. To be honest, I didn't really watch any other like other international. Actually, I watched obviously I watched the highlights, like just to go on YouTube. I watched the Netherlands game. Yeah, watched the
I watched
game.
the Netherlands game.
The Netherlands game was quite good. So I just watched a lot of the goals. So I didn't really watch.
Yeah, big up Christian Eriksen, man.
Oh yeah, and Eriksen's goal. Great goal. And he could have scored another one better. I think when I hit the post. And Bergwijn's goals were quite good.
Oh, yeah.
Bergwijn's goal was quite good. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. Germany, Timo Werner said, if they put me in position to score, I would score more goals. Oh, wow. Sorry, mister. I miss City's every game.
Every single week.
I forgot what they was giving you instant chances. They was giving you berries and fruits.
But did you actually hear him say it, or was it a meme?
I didn't hear him.
After?
It was no. There was no meme. This one no meme. I literally saw it in quotation marks. I saw Werner quotation marks. Said end quotation marks, bro.
This same guy.
Timo Werner. Wait. Lukaku's bench partner.
No, because literally in recent time I can't remember a striker missing as many chances as him.
Like, do you know who he reminds me of? Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of when Torres went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he was missing for fun.
Remember that one when he rounded the keeper?
But you exactly. But you see Torres' one, we already knew he was a finished player. No confidence. He was finished. Injuries had finished him. Werner has no fucking excuse, bro. He has no excuse, bro.
Yeah. It's too many. And it's no matter where he is. Chelsea, Germany, playing in the garden, just missing chances.
The thing is, he's scoring for Germany's record for Germany is good. There's a lot of these players.
It is now, but since he went to Chelsea, it hasn't. Like, even if he scores, the chances he misses, like the chances that
he still misses.
Yeah, it's not clean.
Confidence. It's confidence, eh?
Not clean or cool. What was I gonna say? Just let's move on from like the international quickly. Just come back home. Go back to Ade's house in that Old Trafford. So like the short list is.
Before we move, Tom, can I just quickly shout out my two boys, please?
Who?
William Saliba and Matteo Guendouzi.
Yeah.
For France.
Yeah, I saw them for France. Yeah, saw them for France actually.
Saliba played. And Guendouzi got assists. Guendouzi's not mine no more. We sold him to Marseille. I'm very, very upset about that. I do not like that. I think Guendouzi will grow to be one of the best midfielders in Europe in a couple of years' time. But Saliba, well done, son. Well done.
Okay,
and Kuku and Diaby, I look forward to seeing you.
Well, you think Saliba? If you were Saliba, would you go to Arsenal now? Would you go back now?
Of course I would.
Nah, fam.
Of course I would. Why would I not?
Nah, fam. They've mistreated him.
We haven't mistreated him. He's
Don't
come
back.
No, wait, Ade. He's gone there. He's played football, and he's got a French call-up from him being on loan from Arsenal. If he stayed with us, he may not have played.
Exactly.
But he might be
He's
skeptical,
come
now,
back.
isn't it? But what reassurance does he get that he gets into that partnership?
He
with,
doesn't. He doesn't. He comes in pre-season and he works hard at pre-season. If he proves himself, then he'll start. If he doesn't, he won't.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I guess I'll go back. Saliba, go, man. Don't come back. Don't come
What's
back.
Crystal Palace? Go to Palace.
Nah. My boy's better than that. My boy's better than that. But anyway, I didn't pick them up for you guys to be chatting rubbish about. Next. Go on, Tom. What was you saying about what's happening in Manchester?
We'll just move to to club football, all the way back to Old Trafford. I'm not sure if this is like an official shortlist, but it was reported the other day. I saw it in a few platforms that United have like a foreman shortlist. We got Tangal, what's his name? Tangang? Or whatever his name is.
Ten Hag.
That's it.
Ten Hag,
Poch, Luis Enrique, and the last one, is it the Seville? What's the Seville manager? Is it Seville manager?
Lopetegui.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, him. So those are apparently those are the four. My stances stayed the same. To be honest with you, obviously, initially when Ollie first went, I was bang on that. I wanted Poch, but I come to the conclusion that look, they're all great coaches. That we're not lacking great coaches in this world, man. It's just the fact. I just want someone with personality, someone that can deal with the egos in the changing room, and someone that has a style of play that will attract just have a system in place and then buy the players for that system rather than just going off what we've been doing the last few years that hasn't worked. So I'm not really too fussed, man. Whoever we bring in, as long as they're a great coach and they play a good style of football, and I think all four of them that has been mentioned are all do. So I'm not really too fussed, man. But I think the bookies have actually got Tank Hang. But what his name is? They actually got him as favourite. He's actually favourite at the moment to get the job. What are you saying, Adi?
I don't think anything can save us, personally. But I think, obviously, I'm a big lover of Poch. But I think we need to think something a bit more drastic. I think Poch is good. I think he's a competent manager. He's good with the man management. But I think we need a proper overall of sexy football. So I think for me right now, Ben 10 is probably ahead of him. And I think we need a fundamental change on the pitch as well. And I think in terms of footballing philosophy, I think he's is ahead of Poch. So I'll be happy for him to come. But as you say, all of them are good. The problems that we have probably are deeper than the manager. The same thing I said with Everton. When Lampard was going there, it's not that you shouldn't go there. It's that this is a poison chalice right here. There's deeper issues than you. But yeah, I guess we'll see when he gets here. If one of them can't improve us slightly, then I think we do need to just it's anointing and prayer. We'll take Babalao to the toilet at Old Trafford. But yeah, I would like to see Ben 10 had their Sealy style of football. Obviously, we might not have the same players because we'd have to change some players. I think Sancho would really work well with his manner of football. Pogba's probably not going to be there anymore. We're probably going to have to get a couple of different centre midfielders because I don't think the ones we have will really be able to fulfill his philosophy. So so it might take even when we get him, I don't want to hear their complaints after 3 weeks, after 5 weeks. It's going to take a bit of time, and I'm here for the ride. The thing is, when we got Ralph, I'm not complaining about Ralph. We knew Ralph was what it was. I'm not here to start complaining about something that we knew it was just short term. Realistically, there was a chance we weren't going to make top 4. So I'm going to give patience and hopefully things look up. Arsenal have given me hope. But I wouldn't mind to see them crash and burn. And my hope disappears. I don't mind that either. I don't need hope if they're going to crash with us. You get me?
Yeah, no, cool. Han, what you say?
No, I was going to ask you guys in terms of what. So, Ade, yours is Ten Hag over Poch now.
Yeah.
And Tom, what are you saying?
I don't mind. Honestly, don't mind anyone because, like, I've come to the conclusion, as I said, yeah, our issue's deeper than what it seems and what's apparent on the pitch at the moment. So it's just, I just feel like one, obviously, like, I want a manager that's able to deal with the personality in the changing room. A manager that'll be able to get the best out of these players and just spend individual time with these players, because like I want to see improvement within this individual players. I don't want them to come out and play the same whole, like, it's as much as we get at Rashford, Manchester United as a football club has to take responsibility that he hasn't improved as a football player. Rashford is one of our own products. How he's coming out week in, week out, still doing the same thing with his head down, trying to take on players. United has to take responsibility for that. So it's just like, yeah, I know that we get at him all the time, but I want to see this individual players. I want to see drastic, we might not get, but I want to see improvement from that. Whoever wants to stay, but you just have to, I just want to see a manager that can come in and it can get them playing better football. It's as simple as that. Like, you can go into like so many clubs and look like the likes of Raheem when he went to Man City. You can see what Pep has done for him.
Yeah,
it's clear as daylight. Like that, Raheem's ability is not much different to like the likes of Rashford. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, yeah. So I just want to see improvement. I want to see someone with personality. I can't pinpoint out all these four because it's a different ball game when you get into that changing room, and especially with a club that's been suffering for so long. It's just, yeah, it's a different ball game. Get into that changing room, get into like the old mentality of like get your head around the fact that you're coaching Manchester United and every single decision you make gets scrutinized. It's hard, like it's hard as a manager. So I don't know which one of them can deal with it, but if they get vetted and whoever gets picked, I'm just gonna back as a fan anyway and just hope for that that it gets better, man. That's all I can say about it.
But would either of you say that what you've seen from Poch's PSG has made you change your mind on him after having him as the main front runner of your manager? So what you've seen from him at PSG, because I know both of you were avid Poch fans, but now it seems like, okay, if it's not him, you don't mind. But would you say it's because of what you've seen at PSG?
Nah, for me, it's not.
Yeah, not for me. Because I feel like those PSG players are uncoachable. So like not all of them. Some, it's just you just see what they would like. You can see by their body language when they play. Like it's hard to coach a team like that, to be honest with you, where everyone just want to do their own thing. Like everybody wants to be the star. It's hard. And when you got like 9 players working and the rest of the 3 just walking around and just popping up whenever they feel like popping up. But then as soon as get the ball in the feet, they come alive again. It's hard. Like that definitely hasn't tainted my image with Poch. But as I said, the only reason why I'm not saying I still don't want him. It's just I've seen the managers that come in and go like it's taken me a while to realize this. I can't lie that I haven't. I realized that a lot. I still believe Ollie's not a great coach. I'm not taking away the fact. But coaches have come into that club like they are great coaches around like the world. But it's just it takes a different type of coach to be able to stamp your authority, get your, and it will take backing from the board too, because Arteta is the perfect example. He's made a lot of massive decisions in that club, massive decisions, like decisions that certain like managers with credential have been fired because of. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're backed him regardless. So it will take like the board. They will need support. Whoever they appoint will also need backing from the manager, because if there's a bad apple or rotten egg there, and if he wants to say, look, we can't, this guy is bad for us, we've got to let him go, they have to back him. They have to, and that's the only thing I see now. Like I know them guys are all great coaches. I can see in the style that they play with the ex club or current club that they're currently in. But it's just, can you handle like Manchester United? It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah. PSG hasn't made me have a negative view of Poch. Poch's greatness with me has stemmed from right in the beginning when he first came to England. Like you could always see those incremental improvements in all stages, whether the team was a small team, a relatively small team, or Spurs. I don't know what category they go into. So you could always see that improvement. I think going to PSG, you always know you're never gonna win. You're in a no win situation by going to PSG. It's just that is just the situation. Unless you win the Champions League, you're not doing well, right? And with PSG, it's always going to be a point where they're not going to win the league. It's going to happen ever so often. So I still think he's a great manager, but I personally want to go down a different route. I want to go down the more technical football route. That's just my slight preference right now, and that's the direction I want to go in.
Just one more thing. Sorry,
for them to restore.
Just one more thing, just to solidify the Poch situation is that we have seen like coaches that have left PSG and gone elsewhere to do much better for themselves, just to show that how difficult it is to be in that club. Basically, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So you say them two is 1 or 2 for you, and then the other two is the other two, Lopetegui and Luis Enrique. You would have those ones as well.
I don't even have any. I only have 2 choices. I only have 2 choices.
What are you guys' thoughts on what Van Gaal said about
his father?
Job?
His father.
Just for like, can you just clarify it for the listeners so they're fully aware?
So, the ex-United manager who was sacked after he won the FA Cup, so he's very much has a bone to pick with the club. We don't need that background, but go on. Louis Van Gaal, a football legend, known worldwide. When asked about Ralph, he's guy, he said, "I'm not going to advise Eric. He'll call me himself, but he must choose a football club and not a commercial club. Eric Ten Hag is a great coach, and that is always good for Man United. But Man United are a commercial club, so it's a difficult choice for a coach. He'd better go to a football club."
His father.
False. This is coming from the ex-Manchester United manager.
That's good for him, man.
What are your thoughts?
I thought we did him wrong when we sacked him, but now, fuck you, mate. Don't come and put sand in my Gary. You get me? Don't come and destroy anything. Don't give anyone advice. We don't need your advice. Let him come. Just let him come. I think the most painful thing is that he's probably right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
I think that's the only thing that's paining me is that he's right. So
trust me, 100%. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I first read, I was like, shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you read things that you're cussing them, but deep inside you know that he's got a point. But
I was just hoping Ben 10 didn't have a phone or a TV, the internet to read it.
And I heard that.
No, when I saw the comments, I was nodding my head. I was just like, yes, please, Ten Hag, listen to Van Gaal, because I've said all along, innit, like I think that should be your next manager, innit. But I say that knowing that I think he's a good manager, doing really well at Ajax, and I don't want him to be your next manager because I think he could do a really, really good job, innit, if given the resources, which the resources should be there. You guys have spent 1.4 billion since Fergie left, so the resources should be there. This is still. Yeah, and you're trying to improve upstairs with footballing people anyway. So you're trying to improve upstairs, the background. So Ten Hag going into that should be a good fit. However, in saying that, I don't want United to do well. I want you guys to get relegated and hopefully get into liquidation and administration one day. So I don't want you to get the guy who I think you should get. So I'm hoping that, like Van Gaal said, he will call him himself. I'm really hoping Louis saying, Eric, you know, I like you like a son. I would not want this for my enemy. You know how they treated me? They treated me like shit.
When you're rolling on the floor, who bet you to be rolling on the floor at your big age?
They said my foot. And I want Eric to listen and be like, listen, you are a great coach. You was at Bayern as an assistant. You're doing well at Ajax. Do not go to that poison chalice called Manchester United, who have done nothing since Fergie left. Don't stain your reputation. Stay here
You won
for
the
another
Europa
year.
League, bro. You won the Europa League.
I don't give a fuck about that. Stay at Ajax, build a legacy there. And if one of the big jobs comes calling, listen, Ancelotti's not going to stay young forever. He's an old man. He may leave Real one day. That's you, mate. So I hope that's the advice he's taking. I hope you guys get Poch. That's what I'm saying. I want you guys to get what you want.
We haven't got much time left. So let's just move on from that swiftly. Unfortunately, we still got more Manchester United. So let's move on to the next guy. One of Ham's favorite player, Paul Pogba, PP. He's made another statement about him being depressed at Manchester United. He said, "What for? How many?"
Not at Manchester United that's depressing him. No,
Well,
Marino that depressed him.
Whoever depressed him, but he's at Manchester United all this while. He's basically saying that he's never been given a role at United. Like when he goes to the national team, and which I'll get you guys' thoughts on this, but I think this is absolutely ridiculous. It was stupid for him to come out of his own mouth. He's basically saying
have they confirmed that he actually said it? Because I actually think that is the.
I don't know anyway, but it was apparently he said allegedly he said that every time he goes to the Sean gives him his role and he fully understands where his role is in the national team, but all the while that he's been at United, he's never been given a role. I just think this is pure stupidity. I looked at it and I just think I can't comment on this rubbish, man. But I'll allow you guys to share your thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Someone saying that what you've been at United for is what we're going 6 years now, and you're saying this now. What are you guys saying?
Come on, Daddy.
It's your boy anyway, so.
Come on, Daddy.
Now you know me, I back Pogba because you know what, I didn't want him to go first time. I was happy when he came back, and since he came back, I've been crying because I know he's gonna leave because we're shit. But that statement is absolutely fucking ridiculous. You don't have a role. How long are you not going to have a role for? And you're not going to open your mouth? It's now when your contract is ending in like 6, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, that you're going to say you don't know where your role is. One thing, even if I don't rate some of the managers in that team, he's had a role. Whether it was in the center of the midfield, whether it was on the left wing, even when bloody what's his name was there, Ollie was there, and he put him on the left wing. We knew that's where he put him. So for us to know, and you don't know your role, I'm just hoping it's one of those things that the media is just saying, and he didn't really say, because I just think that's such a freaking retarded. Even if you don't know your role, don't say it with your mouth. You don't know where your role is. You didn't ask anybody. You didn't tap someone on the shoulder and say, brother, where am I meant to be? Nah, I think that's abysmal.
That's exactly. I was thinking, like, even if it's something that you thought of, someone must tell you, like, just bro, don't say something like that. That's stupid, bro. Like,
mom should have flicked his lips.
I'm going to work every day, and I don't know what they've told me to do. I'm just there. I don't know what my job is. One week, one day I'm with the IT team.
You just stand near the printer.
No.
I just
go on.
In Pogba's defense, can I just say that I'm in my current job. I've been here for a while. I don't know my role. I'm just collecting monthly paycheck. I've been here for I think I've been at my job as long as Pogba has been at United. And me too. I don't know my role. But guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to use my mouth and say I'm going to keep collecting that monthly pay. I don't want them to sack me because they might tell me what my role is, and I might not like it.
Or they'll say, actually, you don't have a role. You just don't.
Why are we still paying you? In fact, see you later.
Yeah, I don't think that speaks very well of him, in all honesty. And I like to back him regardless, but I just don't feel that speaks very well of him.
And one more thing, just to touch on the fact that he said he's been depressed. I just want, can you guys take me seriously when I say this? I just want to say that Pogba's depression. It's all Tommy's fault. It's all the guy for years. Why would he not be depressed? Please, I may tell me, why would Paul Pogba, Graham Souness, and Tommy won't leave the guy alone? Why? It's all Tommy's fault. End of. It's all Tommy's fault.
You see, with me, I never. What pisses me off about Pogba is all his defenders. It's like, I'll be judging this sitting there watching the game, but bro, I've never seen such a supporting cast that have so much reasons to why he doesn't play well. Bro, any other players in this world, or in my lifetime, the excuses that have been given for Pogba in this world, bro, it's unreal.
But I understand it, bro. I understand it.
Oh, it's unreal.
Like if I don't eat at least 4 hours before a game, if there's any food still in my system, I can't play well. So I understand. Everything has to be perfect. If it's too hot, if the temperature is 21.5 instead of 20, it's a problem. So I feel
do you know what's mad, yeah? And I'd love to get our listeners' thoughts on this, yeah, because it's probably gonna split opinions, what I'm about to say. And that's why I'm saying it, because when Pogba leaves in the summer, which he will do, it will probably be split down the line as to whether or not, or maybe lopsided a little bit, as to whether or not he's deemed as a flop or not. There will be many United fans that will say it wasn't a flop, and they'll name the trophies he won and the time when he got in the team of the year. But then equally, like Tom said, there'll be many United fans that will say, yes, it was a complete flop, and lays out what Pogba's is for Man United in the last.
I don't want to meet any fans.
He divided opinion.
Any fans that don't think it's a flop, I don't want to meet them, bro. I don't want to meet them in this lifetime.
Because Tom,
I know, I agree, but I don't want to have a conversation with those type of fans. They will drive me mad. They'll drive me mad. They'll drive me malicious. No,
you want to cause more people to get depression.
No. Just a quick one, actually, before we jump off. We were talking about rumours earlier on with like a few players linked to Arsenal. So obviously we mentioned Haaland and a few. Rashford, you can finish off the show, Ham. Rashford has been linked to Arsenal. What's your thoughts? What are you saying? You take him?
Can we talk about somebody important like Haaland? You mentioned Haaland. We're not going to skip over Haaland and talk about Rashford.
Bro,
so basically...
We discussed Haaland already.
So basically, No, we haven't. Basically, to recruit your boy, okay? He scored both of them scored a lovely goal together. He scored, Haaland scored, Odegaard scored lovely. Odegaard's captain. Do your job, Martin. Do your fucking job, okay? So we all know that's not gonna happen, by the way. But just do your job, okay? And for Marcus, if you give me the Marcus before he was feeding kids, I'll take him. The Marcus that's feeding kids cannot play for my football club. I'm sorry. I love you, Marcus. I love your MBE. I love what you're doing for the kids. It's fantastic. However, you can't get into what I've got going on down at North London. But I love you, lad, and I hope he gets back to the form he is and does brilliant for United. But you can stay as far away from. The only time I need you in North London is when you play us at Tottenham. That's it.
Cool. On that note, people, thanks for listening. Please make sure you subscribe, share, and comment all the good stuff. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Res Divided. And yeah, that's it for today.
And we're gonna end on this. Remember Balotelli had that T-shirt, "Why Always Me?" I'm gonna make a T-shirt saying, "It's all Tom's fault." Okay. That's the T-shirt I'm getting made. It's all Tom's fault. Peace.
Be out.